Back in Space Age, say hello to my purple spider. Everything is great now that we have Spidertrons, huh? I'm actually going to ignore that Spidertron for a little bit and check to see what we need for science here. And that's right, it was space science. We're getting advanced asteroid processing now, which possibly will help. But this episode, why don't we make our science tick along, which will mean space science. Also yellow science, huh? Hang on, is it mostly yellow science is the problem? Because I'm noticing it's not coming down here. Yeah, it looks like, oh no, yellow. Okay, anyways, we're boosting yellow. We're gonna boost both this episode. We'll start with yellow since we are right here. I'm just gonna copy and paste this, right? Like so. Make sure I get power pole up there to power that inserter, and then I can and I'm assuming we're gonna run dry of something like blue circuits, which we have boosted, but our green circuits are not enough. Let's boost green circuits. For now, why don't we just copy and paste some green circuits, put it here. All that we need for green circuits is molten, which we have molten copper and we have molten iron. So that'll be easy. I'm just going to copy and paste this sort of thing. Put it right here-ish. Like, why not? And then hook all the inputs up. As soon as we get that power pole for the iron plates, we should have plenty. We got plenty of wires. And the iron's flowing. Let me just make sure these undergrounds are set up to go the right way. And here we go. Okay, and I do want at least one beacon hitting those productivity module green circuits. Okay, down we go, and now I can, if I sneak my sulfuric acid pipes around, I can plug this right in here and do an input priority to the new green circuits. Just like so. Possibly... That's all red belt, okay. Looks like those are working non-stop, but not anymore. And then looks like I'll want to push those... Nope, that's not how to do it. Over onto the side where they're, you know... The way these side loading things work is they always take it off of the left side here. Okay. It looks like we could use even more of this. I think it's the inserters of the copper wire that's making that not quite do the trick. Iron plate is backing up. All right, that surely improved our situation, right? Surely it did. But we can do even better by changing all of this to red like that. And now we're gonna flow as much as humanly possible. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're starving our green circuit setup, and we're getting way more blue chips than we had previously. Oh yeah, yellow science was starved, huh? Something else is not working. The robot frames, huh? Well, let's see here. I guess I can substitute a speed module here. Do I have good speed modules? Oh, I don't have good speed modules on this planet. Oh well. We'll use the bad speed modules. And they're uncommon, so that's something. Just a little bit of speed can counteract the productivity speed loss. Like, what was the difference here? 0.75 crafting speed versus 1.2 crafting speed. It's pretty significant. All right, that's yellow science boosted, we'll call it. And then it's time for the space science boosting. This is my pitiful space science setup right now. What's going to help? The biggest thing that will help is boosting these assemblers, because we have plenty of ore, I think. So we'll boost the assemblers. and then maybe a beacon. So let me launch what I want manually. That way we can, you know, put in just enough assemblers, just enough beacons, just enough that sort of thing. I don't know how many, maybe like 10 assemblers. Oh yeah, I'm going to use a foundry, one for molten metal and one for the iron plates. That's probably completely unnecessary, but who knows? I think iron is more or less the bottleneck up there. Not actually sure, because I think over Novice there is more iron asteroids than all the other asteroids. Okay, and then we want some modules, probably 4 of them for 2 beacons. Where are my beacons? I thought I had everything I needed. Right here, look at that. And we said 2 beacons, okay. And then we didn't have enough for productivity, so let's maybe... Is that gonna give us some good productivity? Not enough. All right, so two rockets, that's fine. Let's go over here and use this rocket. I already forget what we said. More productivity, probably more beacons. Let's actually go to Eagle's Landing, see what we're working with here. Oh yeah, we don't, all right, I said beacons, I meant efficiency modules. Yeah, we don't have anything like that here. Probably we'll need more transport belts, but we have automatic requests, so we can do all that. We have a couple more crushers, so a total of 5 crushers, bunch of asteroid collectors, that's good. Oh, and we got advanced asteroid processing. Ah, that'll be so much fun. Let's see here. Oh, I don't want that many. I don't even think I need... Let's see. If we have 2 of these per crusher, what else are we going to do? Foundries, probably. And then... Yeah, I can't think of what else we need efficiency modules, so that might be enough. What am I forgetting? Ooh, cargo bays. Let's do 3 cargo bays. Okay. That should be enough for us to get started, and then I'll do automatic requests, and hopefully that doesn't stop the rocket launch, which it doesn't. And hopefully I said both of those go to Eagle's Landing and not some weird other thing. All right, first things first, in order to boost this, we can just simply do, let's see, do I have good quality? I do. And now we're at low power, of course we are, which we have 4 solar panels. That's not enough. So let's get another rocket launch of solar panels. And then we'll try to power this up while we are just, you know... I don't know. What are we doing here? We're just waiting on what to do? Yeah, so we need the space platform foundations, and then we will also need... the solar panels. And what are we doing? What are we doing here? Ooh, nowhere close to enough. Yeah, so I guess for now, because my point here... Oh, maybe efficiency in there too? We are still low power, huh? It's... Yeah, assembly machine 3s are just power hogs, aren't they? Crazy. All right, now I had some ideas here. I had some ideas on crushing asteroids. So let me see here. We have 3 asteroids, 3 kinds of asteroids to crush. We got the ability to make copper ore, which I don't need above Novice. We also have the ability to get sulfur, which I also don't need above Novice. But we have the ability to get calcite, which I think I do want above Novice, so that we can use foundries. So other than that, we'll do regular metallic asteroid crushing, regular carbonic asteroid crushing, and regular ice crushing for when we have a surplus of calcite. Now I just need to figure out when I want to insert the asteroids in here. And I think I always want to insert the asteroids in here, and then I want to think about when to pull out the outputs. But I also want to put the asteroids... the outputted out asteroids, the product asteroids, I want to put those back here. So we'll use filters to make sure that the asteroids can come out on the same belt that they are inputting on. And then the other outserters, the other outserters will be like basically blacklisting that. But I think I'll choose the actual ingredient so that it's obvious from just looking at it. It helps me to make it obvious. You guys know me. Okay, and this one has ice and calcite. Cool. And then the final thing I'm going to do is we're going to have a loop here, and it's not going into my space platform hub. And then we're just going to read all the contents of this loop by doing hold all belts, and that will read all of those belts. So that now I can say only output iron ore if we have less than, say, 20 iron ore on this belt. And that'll be something that I fiddle with once I figure out how big this loop is going to be. Same with the ice. Now this will always output ice, so I might need a way to dispose of ice if we get too much, which is easy. I just put an inserter outputting into space, and then I read the entire loop and say if ice is too high. But anyways, this inserter is only caring about calcite. If we need more calcite, add some to the belt. I probably actually don't need that much calcite because it's such a minor product. Okay, so we will have a belt of asteroids running here, probably looping all the way around my space station. And we're going to say now, we're going to trash. Yeah, we're going to trash the asteroids if we have too many. So one for each kind of asteroid. And we're going to say we'll trash them if there are more than 20 of each kind of asteroid on the belt. Now, I say trash them, but I'm actually not going to simply trash them. I'm going to reprocess them. And I thought I would try to use circuit conditions to set the recipe. And I'm realizing now that I, of course, need, let's not do automatic requests. I need decider combinators. I think that's the one I like a lot. So let's craft some decider combinators here. And then launch, yeah, we'll just launch 10 up. I think that's easy enough. Maybe a constant just in case I need a constant. Oh, and we're waiting on the rocket, darn. While I wait on the rocket, why don't I add a beacon here? So now that'll be faster. And it looks like we have plenty of ingredients. Nope, blue circuits are an issue. And it's because we don't have enough molten iron. Okay, let's get more molten iron then. By expanding this belt, huh? I just made that a yellow belt when it should have been a red belt. We're good to go. And now we'll do automatic requests for both of these. Just preparing to add in some more space platform foundations. That way we have them automatically requested here. Yeah, 225, okay. All right, let's figure out decider combinators, shall we? So my idea was, again, to set the recipe based on what these decider combinators are reading. So, for example, if there's a metallic asteroid chunk, we want to output the metallic asteroid reprocessing signal. If this is greater than 0. Okay? And then I want to read the belt and possibly the inserter as well. No, let's just try to read the belt, and then we'll see if we can latch this signal in place. We are going full crazy circuit conditions this episode, aren't we? And I'm not an expert, so this is probably not the way to do it, but who knows? All right, we're also going to output onto the same belt. So, I think we probably get, well, not probably, but we often will get the same kind of asteroid out so we can reprocess it again. And then we'll figure out how to do the latch thing that I was talking about. Let's just think about this. If there's an asteroid here, we insert it. But the problem with that is that once we pull it off of the belt, we stop sending the signal, and then this no longer has a recipe set. So whatever's in there, the asteroid, is considered trash, and it will output it. It won't actually do the thing. So one way to remember the metallic asteroid reprocessing signal is to run the red wire from the output to the input. So now it'll be reading this circuit condition of metallic asteroid reprocessing, and we can say this. So if the signal reprocessing is 1, then continue sending the signal. Whew. So now even if the asteroid chunk is 0, as long as we've sent the signal in the past, this will receive that signal again. Of course, the problem with that is there's no turn off function, right? So we need to add another condition along with this reprocessing signal. So if we got the signal going in the output, and what? And this has not finished. And there is, I think, a way to check when the recipe finishes. So yeah, we output the given signal for 1 tick when the recipe completes. If you're wondering how I know this, it's because I was fiddling around with it off screen. I didn't look up how to do this. I remember seeing that you could do latch, what's it called? A latch circuit, latch key, something, where you continue reading the signal until some other condition is met. And I kind of knew how to do that in Factorio 1. And then I heard that in Factorio 2 you could do it with a single decider combinator. So that's the extent of my knowledge here. Anyways, the control signal, so it'll send this for 1 tick when the recipe is complete. Why don't we make this like a asteroid reprocessing signal? Okay, so it'll send a recycle signal for 1 tick when the recipe is finished. So when this signal, let's see, it will be 1 when it's finished, and we want this signal to be sent until it finishes. So if it's 0, or I could say if it's not 1, because I'm not 100% sure. That'll confuse me. We'll say if it's 0. Right? What's the least confusing way to do this? I think that works, though. We will continue to get this metallic asteroid reprocessing signal if we've gotten it in the past and if the machine has not sent the control signal. Okay, so I think that will mean that if we had extra chunks in here, it will no longer set the recipe, so it'll output everything in it, and I think I'm okay with that because it'll immediately read it again once the asteroid crosses here. So I think that might be okay. Let's reconfigure the next 2, and all we have to do here is a carbon with a carbon processing, a carbon reprocessing there, and then the recycle is the same. Same thing here, ice with ice reprocessing. Okay. Who knows? Who knows? We'll find out. And I suppose I can scooch that over 1. I want to read right here. And that will read not the entire belt, just this segment where this inserter is. And then I want to put this back on the belt. Let's see here. No, I don't just want to put it back on the belt. I want to trash. What if we did this like so? And I think I actually want all these to be red belts. Just like that. All right, now we're only going to trash them if there's considerably greater. It doesn't probably matter. I think this will be a very nice, efficient setup. We'll find out. And I just need to make sure I red wire. I can probably just hook all these inserters together. Okay, so if there's more than 20 of an asteroid, it'll output onto this belt, and if there's more than 30 of that asteroid from this belt, it will spit it out into space. So if there's between 20 and 30 of the asteroid, it will be on this belt going here. All right, and then again, this is the loop all around my space station. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, that doesn't work anymore, does it? Well, I think I'm ready to trash this and start over. All right, I'm trashing everything now, baby. Now that we got cargo, I think when I trash things, it goes into my inventory. It clearly does not. I don't understand the trashing thing. I think it's supposed to go into, the solar panels did. It's just the things on the belt don't. Okay, the things on the belt don't. Other than that, we're good. Let's make this look a bit like an eagle. That would be fun, right? So, we have the wings of an eagle. Okay, let me use my mouse instead of my shift key. Beautiful wings of an eagle, beautiful tail feathers of an eagle, and the beautiful mouth beak, of an eagle. And then we'll fill that in. We'll fill that in so it's, beautiful. Oh, and I'm realizing the eagle is like a famous Nazi symbol. Gosh dang, Nazis ruin everything. So, let's not do that. And I looked up the eagle that's more of an American icon, and it has the wings raised. Can I not see them from map? No, I can't. Has like the two wings raised like this, and then kind of poking outward towards the top there. And I guess the way to do this is copy and flip it so it's symmetrical, huh? All right, and then the bottom tail feathers are kind of like that. A bit like that, and maybe the talons are in there, but I'm not gonna bother with talons. Okay, and then the head can be something like that. Oh yeah, there we go. There's an American eagle, baby. Let's go. That's gonna look sick. Oh yeah. Okay, and now the question is, where do I put all this stuff? And I think maybe I could flip it like so. Okay. Yeah. Yep, something like that'll work. Do I not have red belts up here? I don't have red belts up here. Wow, that's a lot of space platform foundations. Maybe I should shrink down the... whatever. We'll get them all up eventually. Oh, it'll take forever though, won't it? Hold on, let me make sure... Oh, blue circuits. Blue circuits is still the problem, eh? Is it because of iron still? Point being, we're going to have to be patient, and I should not waste so much. This was bigger than I needed to be, huh? All right, let's shrink it on down a little bit. Oh, I do like it, though. All right, start over. All right, now let's see if we can cram this thing in here. We'll find out. Right about here would be nice. Cool. Ah, but I need the loop. Is this a loop? Yeah, this is a loop. Okay, so this will go down and over. Oh, but this needs to be a loop too. Yeah, these wings are just not quite big enough, huh? That's okay. We'll just squeeze things in there. Okay, so let's see. Oh wait, that doesn't work. The undergrounds only connect if there's space platforms. So then, yeah, forgot about that one. Let's push that up there, and then move the belt like that. Okay, that's not too bad. Ooh, we got our red belts. Okay. And then solar panels. Certainly we want solar panels crammed in every which way, which this may not be an efficient use. Oh, also, yeah, where am I going to put everything? We need so much room. When you design this for aesthetics, you need so much space platforms. Well, let me add more space platforms. I kind of want to see if I can get away with not doing space platforms. Asteroid collectors. We need them in the wingtips, don't we? That's like the best place to get them. For sure. One in the tail. And in the head. And then a few more. Is that symmetrical? Symmetrical enough? Nature is not symmetrical, so I'm okay if they're not, perfect. That didn't work. Oh, and I should... it can't be symmetrical there. That's fun. Maybe I'll do it on the sides then, like that. Sure. All right. Maybe a couple more here, but for now, this probably is plenty. Let's try and do this. All right, and that's going to be a loop, so we definitely need it to go like this. Which means that needs to come over. Oops, wrong way. All right. Whew. So that's as good as it gets here. And then I'll scooch that over one so we can outsert it. Okay, let's figure out where I can put the foundries. What about over here? That's not bad. And I think I just want... let's see here. Molten iron, which needs the calcite, and then iron plates like so, and these are going to be my efficiency modules. 3 of those takes that down to a very reasonable amount. Alright, any way I can cram this with the head there? It'll be tough to get everything else. Yeah, maybe I try to make this work. Let's try to make this work. All I need for that is the calcite to run this way, which is not crazy. And then the asteroids. How do I get the asteroid to loop this way? Oh wait, I need to get it out. I need to get it out. So maybe it doesn't loop. Maybe that's a good enough loop. Something like this. And now we're reading this belt here, which isn't most of the loop, unfortunately. I would also like to connect it to these belts. I'm not sure the easiest way to do that, even if that might not even be feasible. So instead, I might just reduce these numbers. Let's see. Yeah, they're all reading the same. Oh, I could easily actually do that so that we're reading more of the belts. Oh, not much more, though. How far do these red wires stretch? Do I need power? Can I put power poles here just for red wires? I think I can. Is that what you do? Do you use substations for that? Is that worth sending up 50 substations? Wait, would the ghost have worked? Interesting. Do I even need the substation? Yeah, there's probably an easy way to do it. Can I actually connect to, like... No, I can't connect to foundations. I guess I could do this. Oh, totally. That's how you do it. You don't need a substation. That's hilarious. Well, leave it because it's funny. Okay, desperately needs solar panels. Actually, maybe I should do nuclear, huh? Oh man, I need so much more power than this. Oh, we're getting stuff. Yeah, because we got power. Oh, crazy. Okay, and what did I do here? Yeah, only outsert this if we have the ore on the belt. Okay. So now I will underground here. That'll do for now, I suppose. So that's our calcite and iron. Cool. Did we get any calcite yet? We are getting some calcite, aren't we? Yeah, we got calcite. So, like, what's on the belt here? How do I check that? There we go. And let's see here. What asteroids do we have? We don't have ice asteroids, but we have plenty of the other asteroids. And when it gets to 20, oh, I'm so curious. What happens when we have more iron here? We should see this turn green any second now. Huh. Oh, yes. Oh my god, it works. Is it working? It's working! That's so cool. Hang on. That doesn't do what I want it to do, though. We need to... Is that connected as... No. All we need to do is switch this around. That's all we need to do. Okay. That's hilarious. Oh, of course we need to change... We're reading the belt in front of this inserter, or behind this inserter, perhaps I should say. Okay, there we go. Now we're working. Now we're working, baby. Cool. Wow, I'm so surprised that works. I am shocked. What else we got? Cool. So yeah, we're getting rid of our iron and carbon asteroids. And then soon, when it gets to 30, we'll be dumping them. But honestly, this might get rid of iron and carbon asteroids fast enough. Okay, anyways, we got iron plates, which means we have now everything we need. So I will circuit this so we're only inserting plates onto the sushi belt if they're less than 50. And I should probably make sure... What? Probably make sure we are putting it on both sides of the belt. Do I have a splitter? I do have a splitter. Honestly, wait, is that important? Yeah, that might be important. Let's output priority it to the other side so that we'll always be able to get that on there. Oh. This should be all belts. Yeah, we put way more than 50 on there. Okay. And then we have a lot more ice. Oh, right, that's because... Yeah, I know why we have a lot more ice. It's because we're getting it from the calcite, but this should not be working. Yeah, we're only getting it from the advanced ice belt. Okay, so I'm going to dispose of ice. Let's see, putting it there. We'll read all belts and dispose of ice if it is greater than 40. Should do the trick. Am I reading the right? Yeah, I am. Goodness gracious me, oh my. Just get rid of that iron plate. I don't need no stinking iron plate. Okay, and now the trick. That is beautiful. That is just beautiful. I should probably put belts here so that it looks like a beak, huh? Does that look like a beak? Whatever. Okay, so now we get plates, ice, and carbon off of this belt here and put it in assemblers. This is not the efficient setup that I wanted. So let's scooch. Yeah, what am I trying to do here? This is going to be 0.78 a second. Surprisingly slow? Let's see here. What do I want this to be? What is now my... Okay, yellow signs. Ah, okay. Surprisingly fast, maybe. Even with the beacons, these are only giving me 0.37 a second. And that's probably way more. So yeah, this actually should be enough. Okay. Now all I need to do is loop... Darn it all. Okay, I have an idea. And now we can do... Oops, other way. This is beautiful, and you will never convince me that it's not. All right, inserters here, inserters there, inserters there, inserters there. That's not that much better, is it? But it looks cooler. Kinda. Oh dear. I'm getting ice on this belt. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. There we go. It's all working with low power. How much low power? Very low power? Ooh, super low power. Oh, because we only have 13 of those. Of course. Of course it's low power. All right, get rid of that. Hey, there we go. Ugh. I'm cramming it everywhere I can. And I'm sure we're still at crazy low power, huh? Tiny nuclear setup? Well, maybe efficiency modules, because I have some decent efficiency modules here. Let's do this, because... Oh, yeah, productivity is so silly with this giant setup here. Oh, yeah, it's so silly. All right, we'll do that. And then make sure we have... like so. Oh, yeah, what was I thinking? Productivity? For what? Why productivity? Look at all the asteroids we have on this belt. Output's full. How about I increase these to like 40 each? Calcite probably is still fine with 10. And then increase that. Yeah, 50 should be fine. Okay. So they should be able to get everything they need except... possibly the things are spread out so much. The ice especially. So yeah, what if we bumped that up to 100? All right, efficiency should help. Oh, the crushers don't have efficiency in them. They soon will. Yes, they will. Okay, that helped. And we have enough power. Kinda. Oh well, we're perfect. We're perfect. Look at that. And we are researching like crazy. Look at that beautiful eagle. I love it. Eagle's Landing has been made awesome. This was fun. I really, really like that I figured this out. Has it been working? That's the question. What are we working with as far as the asteroids? I think that's good. We have enough of every kind of asteroid. We're reprocessing the ones that we have too much of, and we are disposing of them when we have more. Yeah, when we have way too many of them, we're disposing of them. Now let me just check. What is this reading? It's reading all the asteroids on this outer belt. Cool. And these always have asteroids to get. And let's see, we're trying to get more than... yeah, maybe we don't have enough ice asteroids. But I think we're just not in a completely steady state because our iron and carbon asteroids, we went through a bunch of them to get 100 on the belt. And now that we have, now that we're reprocessing them, I think this should help. It's like, where's all the ice that we should be getting? We should be getting 20% chance of ice every time we process one of these, right? Is this actually working? Don't actually know if this is working. Where is it? Where are all the metallic asteroid chunks coming from? Okay. So there's some ice. So yeah, okay, we are getting some ice from reprocessing these. And yeah, it's slow. What of it? What of it? Our ice seems to be at a steady state or something. Cool. Okay, we do want to wire these up and then say only enable it if we need more science, and I'll do if we need like 4,000 science this time. Is that this one that I did? Yes. And we have a bunch of space from the cargo bays, 4,000 science. Let's see. Each one of these is 2,000 science, so I could have bumped that up to like 10,000. But that's good. And then we don't need to request more space science than this because we can get it anytime we want. What should I research next with space science? What about nukes? Sure, why not? What about fish breeding? Sure, let's do it. What about efficiency module 3s? I don't know. Ooh, nope. Obviously we want epic quality, obviously. And then why not mining productivity? Is this only ever purple? We never need space or anything for it? Interesting. Interesting, okay. Let's see how we're doing with agricultural science. Looks like we're fine. It's not fresh, but that's okay. Yeah, it's all gonna spoil. The SKU is at novice with more spoiling agricultural science. But we're sending it down. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy that our Eagle's Landing looks the way it does. I don't know if this was just the most unproductive episode ever. I could have done this so fast. All I ended up doing was upgrading these to assembly 3s, pretty much. Pretty much. But I figured out this cool looping mechanic with space stations. This was the worst use of space ever. Space, not pun intended. But this is cool. I could stare at this all day. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something, if only what not to do. And I hope to catch you in the next episode. When I will what? I mean, think about going to Fulgora, maybe? Not really sure what else. Oh, of course I'm sure what else. We need to figure out, not recycling, we need to figure out biter egg handling. Captivity, that's what we researched. I need a capture bot rocket. We need to import bioflux. That's so cool. Import bioflux from Gliba. Like 200 at a time. So this should be Eagle's Landing. So we got Gliba to Novice, Volcanus to Novice, and Eagle's Landing to Novice. But obviously Eagle's Landing is to Novice because it doesn't have any thrusters to go anywhere else. All right, one last time. Let's look at this. Make sure we've been producing maximally. Look at our space science. We've been going at maybe almost 200 a minute. Cool. Very cool. Until next time, y'all take care.